Good morning. Welcome to Sea Ray Saturday morning workout. I'm Amy from Amy's Beach Fitness. Today we're going to work on strengthening our core muscles in order to help us avoid injury and better prepare us for a day on the water, doing water sports. So here we go. So in this video, it's going to be focused on upper core, midsection, and lower core. How I'm sitting, this position, you don't have to be sitting in this position, but I just want to share this. You can do core work at a desk. You can do core work driving in your car. So when you're sitting at your desk, obviously your feet are on the mat, feet are on the ground, and you want your feet flat, and you can literally make sure your posture is good and your shoulders are back. But envision your belly button going back into your spine and you are engaging. And engaging means flexing and really sucking in, pulling in. Throughout your day, you can do holds of this. I tend to do this a lot when I'm driving. I'll do like a 10-second hold, engage, envisioning my belly button going into my spine for 10 seconds, and then I release. And a lot of times I do this, I'll do it at a stoplight. It's just that it's an awareness like, ooh, I'm in a stoplight, okay, my core. And a lot of times when we drive, we tend to get a little lazy, shoulders drop. Core is very, very important for all activities, especially on the water. There's a lot of jerking around, it's wavy, you can really injure your back if you have a weak core. So this alone, you don't need to be in a gym, on a floor, at home. You can do this at your office desk, you can do this driving your car. That's the first thing that I wanted to share. Okay, slowly come down onto your ground. You can do this actually on your platform of your boat deck. You can do it on the pier of the dock. You can do this throughout your day. Core work is very, very important. So you're going to slowly come down. And obviously, if you're on the deck of your boat, you want to make sure you're on a towel. So push your spine into the surface that you're working on. Your feet are hip width apart onto the ground. You're going to put your hands behind your head to support your neck. Now, this move, I'm going to show you a modification first. So it'll make it easier for those who are just easing into this whole core work. So modification is just going to be rounding your head, chin to chest, and then slowly coming down. Now, if you notice, when I drop down, I'm not putting my head down on the ground. So I'm rounding my neck, chin is to my chest here, and then come down. My pace is extremely slow. I find doing core work, and especially doing it slow, is key. When I'm rounding up, I'm really, really pushing my back into the ground. Now, that's the modification. The next move that I'm going to show you, if you feel that you can do it, do it. You're going to put your feet or your knees together. You're going to try to get your elbows to your knees. You're going to ball up pretty tight. And then you're going to come out with flexed feet and hold for a count. You're going to go back to your elbows or close to your ears. You're pausing here. You're going out with flexed feet. Now, the biggest thing about this move, this exercise, is the lower that your legs are, meaning out, down, close to the mat, you really got to focus on pushing your spine into the ground, mat, whatever type of surface you're doing. And I would suggest with both of the exercises, the modification and this one that I'm showing you, do 15 to 20, but do it at my pace. So what I always do is like it's a 1, 2, 3 count, pause, and then a 1, 2, 3 count, pause. See my pace? Core work, like our abs, they love attention, and slow is best. So I'm going to do like 3 more. And my lower back, I stand on my feet all day. So my lower back tends to get, it's tired. So as you notice, my legs aren't very close to my mat, but I'm also very in tune with my body and know that if I lower my legs, I'm going to have an issue. So, and slowly come down. And by the way, modifications, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the modification. Okay, you can always work up to the harder exercise of the workout. So left hand behind the head here, your feet are still going to be hip width apart. This time I want your left elbow to be facing out, so it's not hugged up against my ear. My right arm and hand are going to direct over to the opposite. And I would love actually to stretch the arm back, because what's great about that is you're opening up your shoulders for if you're going to water ski, if you're going to be tubing and all that. So you're getting a nice stretch in your chest also. So you're going to be here, and then once again, you're going to pause. Then you're going to come back and then pause. Look at my pace. Now also, I'm not dropping my head down onto the ground, mat, whatever type of surface you're doing. So stretching back and coming up and pausing. And what I would do on this, aim anywhere from 12 to 15 reps. Now, also, if you can't get your hand to your knee because of flexibility, issues, or maybe you have a tight back, there is nothing wrong with even coming here. Okay, putting your hand on your quad. Now, let's say also when you're doing this and your neck is starting to hurt you, this is a modification that you can do. You can have your elbows stay wide, but direct your body towards the opposite knee instead of just having one hand behind your head. That is a great thing to protect your neck. Okay, let's go to the other side. So now left arm is going to be out. My right hand is behind my head or my neck, and I'm raising up. Remember that right elbow, if you're able to, keep it wide. Coming back, I'm really getting a nice stretch in my chest, in my shoulders, and make sure you're pausing on the up. So it's pause. And right here, I'm getting my lower abs and my lower right oblique. That's what's great about this. All right, I'm just going to do 6 more, but like I said, 10, 12, 15, 20 reps on each side would be great. Another thing, breathing. Always breathe out when you do your crunch up. Extremely important. Don't hold on to your breath. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more here. Pushing the spine into the mat. Now watch. See this space here? That's a no-no. You want to push the spine into the mat. Okay, that's going to protect your back. Last one here. Now, grab onto your top of your knees and just give yourself a nice little hug just to kind of stretch your back. Okay, now, you're going to be wide legs on your mat, on your surface that you're working on. Left hand back behind your head. This one, you're actually going to come up and aim to grab your left top of your left foot. And I'm going to give you a modification first, okay? So you're here. Now this is modification. So you're going to just go here with the bent knee. And if you can't get your foot, then just aim for your foot. My foot is flexed, pushing my spine into the mat. This is modification. Have your elbow like at an angle, so you're not hugging it and it's not open, it's angled. So it's here and then there. So this would be the more advanced version. Elbow is still going to be angled, and you're going to come up, try to touch your foot, and come down. Ooh, really cool about that. So when I come up, it starts here, it goes to center, and then I go to middle abs when I'm here. Great move. And on the down, go extra slow. Control the movement. Once again, make sure you're breathing out on every one of these exercises on the lift of the crunch. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side. On this exercise, I would go 10 to 12 to 15 max. Put right hand behind your head. Now remember, modification on this, I'm going to show you it again. So modification, we're going to have left arm up, right leg is going to come up, right hand is behind your head, and you're going to be here. Remember modification, okay? That's it. So remember, even with modification, you're going to want to do them slow. All right, here we go. Let's just do 10 of these. I really want you guys to get this feel down. Really focus, breathing out on the crunch up. Ready? Go. Spine into the mat. Slow on the down. Great move here. And you know what else? Just thought of something else. Hip flexor. You're getting your hip flexor. Very important in water sports. Wakeboarding, water skiing, all the sports that you're standing up in, really good for the hip flexors. Push that spine into the mat. Breathe out. All right, I'm going to do 3 more. And if you feel that your flexibility, you have to have a bent leg and you come up, that's okay too. All right? But if you're very flexible, work on opening up the back of the legs to get you ready for your water sports, okay? Do 1 more. Slowly come down. Once again, hug your knees. And if I'm, this is obviously an instructional video. If I'm going too slow, just go right into the next, you don't have to do the stretch. But guess what? It's very important to protect your back. So slowly roll onto your towel, onto your mat, whatever type of surface that you're working on, and you're going to get an elbow plank. I'm going to show you modification first. Now, biggest thing about planking is your form, engaging in the core from the get-go. So modification, you're going down to your elbows. You want your shoulders directly on top of your elbows. So modification for a plank hold is knees. Now your bum is not up in the air like this. You're looking down, but not looking down like this. Your neck is flat. So it's not curved up, it's straight out. So the top of my head is basically jetting straight out. So my shoulders are in alignment with my elbows. I always like to make a fist on my plank. Now you're going to drop the hips, but you're not going to dip them where you're arching the back. Right away, my core is engaged. My feet are together, my knees are together, and I am focusing on my form. I'm not rounding my spine. I have a flat back, and I'm going to hold. Now, for any of you who've never done planking, ease into it. Start with 5 seconds. And if you have tender knees, stick a towel under there. It's self-care for your body. Now, so like I said, you can start with 5 seconds to 10 seconds. Ease in every day. If you want to do, planking every day, add a couple seconds every day. And before you know it, you're up to a minute hold. It's amazing. Now, I'm going to go into elbow plank. Now, the proper way to do an elbow plank. And I'm going to walk you guys through this. So feet are together. Now, this form, no. This is a no. Shoulders are directly under my elbows. I'm still in my fist. You don't have to make a fist. If you're more comfortable here, that's fine. Now, engaging in my core. Once again, my head is not here. My head is not up. Engage, engage, engage. Now, do what you feel. Engaging in the core, breathing, focusing, not overdoing it. And if you have a very strong core, I go to a minute and then come down and come slowly back and stretch back and then hop back up. Make sure the shoulders are in alignment with your elbows and then hold it for another minute. And also remember, modification. Here it is. Right there, engage, engage, engage. We know that we cannot literally put our belly button into our spine, but envision it. Envision and breathe. Okay, slowly come back and stretch. You guys are all going to like this next move. It's going to work our obliques. So modification, once again, if you've got tender knees, stick a towel down. I'm going to show you the modification first on this. So you're going to be on your hand on this. And actually, you're not going to be on your kneecap. You're going to have your leg angled. Okay? But this is modification. Your hip is going to come down and you're going to come up. So on your up, I'm on my right hand. But what you're going to want to focus on is right here and right here, your side obliques. So you're here. I'm feeling a nice, intense stretch here. I'm engaging in my core and I'm coming up and I'm really focusing here and breathing. That is modification. Also, if you have wrist issues, you can do it on your elbow. So you can come down, make sure your shoulder is in alignment with your elbow. You never want your arm way out here. You will hurt yourself. So Modification, hip down, really come up. Right there, focus, hold, 2, 3, 5-second hold, then slowly come down. Now I'm gonna show you on the harder version. Now, like I said, make sure your hand is not far out. Once again, on planking, you can stagger your feet like this, or you can stack them. I always like to stack my feet. So I'm going to show you here. Now, if you're feeling it in your neck, you can always bring your arm down, but make sure that you're not here with your chest. You want your chest open. Okay, here goes. Ready? You go down slow, and then you come up slow, and really, really pause and hold and envision and feel what you're working. Come down slow. Breathe. Hold. Once again, modification. If your wrist is hurting, go to your elbow. Make sure the elbow shoulder is in alignment with your elbow. You come down. Really, really focus here. Pausing. Also, if your neck is hurting, put that arm down and slowly come down. I would advise you on those 8 to 10. You can always do more rounds if you really like the way that it feels. It's an intense move, but it's a good move. Okay, go back onto your backs. Good old bicycle. Sure, each and every one of you who are watching this video has probably seen people do these, or maybe you've done them yourself. So modification is, I love to do like all my ab stuff slow. A modification is just, it would be something like this, okay? So you're really able to keep that spine onto the mat, but see how slow I'm going? And pausing. And if you can't get your elbow to your knee, it's okay, but make sure both hands are supporting your head and your neck. Now, harder version of this. It's one of my favorite moves, especially doing it slow. So start with both feet down. Now you're going to bring your left elbow to your right knee. Both legs are going to come up. This is the pause. And then it's here. And then it's here. Now guess what? What's really cool about this is the hip flexors, once again, I'm fully extending my leg out, and I'm putting some some resistance into my quads. So actually I'm even getting a little bit of a leg workout here. Breathing out when I come up in the crunch. On this, you can do higher reps with this. So once again, modification, spine is into the mat. It would look like something like this, but make sure it's slow. 20, 30, 40 reps. Don't rush it. Don't rush any of these exercises, okay? So it's pause, and it's pause. Spine is down into the mat. Engaging in your midsection. Engaging. Okay. Once again, hug the knee, hug the quads to the chest. It's a great stretch. You can even go back and forth a little bit to get the muscles that are on the, surrounding your spine. Okay, hands under your bum on this. This is a great stretch on your inner thighs, but also it's a really, really good, your entire core, lower to upper to middle core gets engaged. Okay, so you're going to start with feet together. You're going to slowly come up to straddle. If you cannot get your legs straight, you can bend your knees. Now watch, if this is too much, I'm going to show you modification first. So you're here, you're going to crunch up, rounding your spine, chin to chest, head back down and open up. So right there, inner thighs are getting a nice stretch, hip flexors, and then you're here. This is modification. And my hands are under my bum to support my back. And then here. Now, harder version. This is one of my all-time favorites. When you're doing this, make sure you don't have any sand on your feet. Like right now, I think I got some sand on the bottom of my shoe, so I got to close my eyes probably on this because you'll get sand in your eyes. Okay, so flexed feet. Really focus on flexibility here. My hands are still under my bum. Now watch. And it's hips up, come down slow. Straddle, pause, engage my core, feet together, flex, hips up, and then come back down. It's a great stretch. Stretch those inner thighs and hip flexors. Breathe. These are like this move here. It's one of my probably second favorites. Do high reps if you want to. I want each and every one of you, when you do this video, listen to your body. It's called body awareness. Our bodies talk to us like, ooh, that doesn't feel right. Well, then guess what? Do the modification. All right, I'm going to do 3 more of these. Really, and you'll be amazed if you really work on your flexibility on this. But let's say you do 20 reps of this. By the time you're probably at 15, you'll notice that you can really open your legs up wider. It's amazing just by doing this little motion. Breathe, last one. Okay, hug the quads to your chest, rock back and forth. Hello. So thank you for watching today. Remember, core work can be done daily. Like I shared with you all in the beginning, you can do it at your desk. You can do it driving down the road. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel by searching Amy's Beach Fitness. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Many thanks to Sea Ray Boats. Have a great day on the water. See you next week. Bye-bye.